Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my stream. I don't know what I was gonna say. I think usually I say like welcome to my legacy challenge or welcome to my becoming a veterinarian let's play. I guess becoming a veterinarian is also a challenge, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, what am I saying? Right now, I wanted to kind of look over some of my past builds that I've done. And specifically, I wanted to look at ones that I built for my Decades Challenge. If you don't know, for like a year and a half, 2 years, I don't even remember how long, I did a Decades Challenge where you start in the 1890s and you go until your current year. So when I started playing, I think it was like 2021. I just finished it in the year 2023, like a month ago or something. And I just kind of wanted to look at back at some previous builds that I've done. I wanted to start off with this one. This one is probably my favorite house that I built for my Decades Challenge. Technically, I built my modern farmhouse for my Decades Challenge because I built that for like the year 2020 or whatever. But I think I like this house even more than my modern farmhouse. From what I can remember of this house, I probably built it within 2 days. So if I had to estimate the amount of hours it took me to build, probably about 4 or 5 hours, which to me is not that long. And when I built it, I did have a lot of CC. Like I had a lot of CC objects. I don't have CC objects downloaded in my game anymore just because I was making my game run so slow. I only have CC clothing and hairs, only CC cast items. So that's why there's like some things missing from my game or from the house. But this is it. I called it the 1960s house. My um Sims family moved into it, and I just, I love it. It has the mid-century vibe to it. Um, I love the windows. These windows are actually like I took the little ones that are like base game. I need to put this back. Um, there's a flag out here because the my heir, he was in the military. He was in the military career. So I kind of pretended like this was like their American flag or whatever that they had outside. Sorry, I loved this house. I try to build like, I almost want to cry. I'm getting a lot of like emotions because I miss playing in this house. I had a great time playing in this house. By the way, if you were wondering if I streamed or uploaded my Decades Challenge anywhere, I didn't. For the most part, my Decades Challenge was just a me thing. Like I didn't start streaming until August, I think. So yeah, it was a me kind of my own personal enjoyment. I wish I would have streamed it. I think I would have loved to like look back on it and see what all the crazy shenanigans that had happened. Um, I wish I had filmed like building this house. It did take a long time. As you can see, they didn't have much of a backyard. They had like a little bit of some garden here. I think I have used to have more vegetables and stuff back here, but looks like now there's only an apple tree. And one of my Sims, I think, I think the military career, you needed to work out and punch a punching bag or whatever, so that's why this is there. I loved this house so much. I still do. Still to this day, one of my favorite houses I ever built. Let's go inside. I'm trying to remember if I followed a floor plan to build this house or if I just kind of did it on my own. But where I live, this style here, like the mid-century, this is what I would call like a Midwest mid-century house. Um, I kind of was channeling the 1970s in it. Like maybe it was originally built in the 1960s, but then redecorated for the 1970s. Um, yeah, okay, so this is the entryway. It's just 4 squares here. and a closet. And I would never ever use this swatch of the closet from Get Together, but come on, in here it's perfect. And then you come into the through the entryway and you come into the living room. Oh my God, I love this house. I'm gonna get some more light in here. Or maybe not. It's kind of dark in here, to be honest. I think that's because this is covered. Or maybe not. Where can I put this? I need another light. No, 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 not another fan. I need another light. So I wanna just, I think maybe the light's not on or something. But this is the living room. I'm pretty sure these are like base game couches. Again, never would have used them. I just think that everything just kind of goes together quite nice in here. So I use this really funky base game wall pattern that again, never would have used. Um, I made this kind of like old-fashioned TV by putting this TV into this. It's actually a end table that I flipped around. This, I'm pretty sure the next heir, not the one who was in the military, but the son of the one that was in the military, he was a rocket scientist, and in my game, I kind of like imagined that he helped build the rocket that went to NASA, or the NASA rocket that went to the moon for the first time. These are all like family, stitching. Does it have the name? It does have the name of who created it. So Leanne was the rocket scientist, his wife. This was, oh, it doesn't say who their award belonged to, but one of the Sims was like a musical person who liked violin, so this is theirs. This picture was taken by one of the kids because she was really Mindy. If you follow along with my legacy challenge, you'll know that Mindy is the grandma of my current heir, and she gave birth to Ashley, who is the mom of the heir. But when she was a kid, she was really into photography, and she ended up becoming like a fashion photographer. But anyway, this she like took a picture of the house, and then I had it on. You're gonna see a lot of like family photos. I liked kind of like the funkiness of this um, fireplace here. I think someone built this. Someone like used the woodworking table to build this. But yeah, this is the living room. I just remember like so many good memories. During Christmas, I would put this bookshelf into their family inventory, and then I would put a Christmas tree here. I miss playing with that family. I wish I could go back. I do have some screenshots from this time, but that's like the only thing that I have. And like obviously the house itself. If you wanted to download this house, it is on my gallery. It doesn't have all the like pictures and like personal family stuff, but it does have some stuff in it, or you can just download it to play. If you're playing like the Decades Challenge, I think it would be a really great house. It's on my gallery. My gallery ID is SimsManiac6799. I have two or a couple versions of it. This one is just the house with nothing in it. It's just the shell of the house if you wanted to decorate it your own way. Or there's the one where there's stuff inside of it and it's, you know, decorated whatever, in case you're interested. But if you go this way from the entryway, this is like the kitchen. They would always sit at this table and do their homework. It was actually really cute. Um, I felt like the drapes here from the Paranormal Pack went so well. And this, and then the flooring. So the flooring is from the Bowling Pack, and I really liked the orange with the orange from. This is either base game or Jungle Adventure. Can't remember which wallpaper this is. Okay, it's from Jungle Adventure. Oh, I loved this house so much. Like this just feels like home because like I said, This type of house is very common where I live. Look at the little like Dutch oven here. I want to cry. I miss this house so much. And then if you go through this archway, you're led to the dining room. It was kind of a small dining room. Um, I like the colors that are in here. This carpet is so ugly, but it's perfect for here. I like the like wood paneling with the green like these kind of like polka dots here, the green curtains. I think they go so well together. And then this is more pictures. So this is Mindy's twin sister Cindy. This is a picture of Moira, who was Mindy and Cindy's aunt. This is Cindy. This is Mindy when they were kids. This is their Aunt Helen. And this is Cindy and a boy building a snowman. I don't remember who the boy is. I think they might be their cousin. But yeah, we had lots of family photos here. And then this door goes out to the backyard, which, we've seen before. We'll go to the basement soon. But yeah, there's a way to get to the basement right there. But if you come back over here and you go in the hallway, this was the heir's bedroom. So his name was Henry the Third, because there were, two Henrys that were before him. He was the rocket scientist. So I think this was previously his dad's room, and then when his dad passed away and he took over the house, this was his room. And this is where he and his wife Leanne slept. And they had like their children's pictures here. Oh, it doesn't say who drew it. Oh, this one it does. So this is Henry III Jackson. So this is his picture that he drew when he was a kid, back when his military father, which by the way, his father was a level 10 or got to level 10 of the military career. So that's why there's all these badges here. And I'm imagining these are like plaques or something that he would have gotten. And there's a closet in here. I put this here because Leanne liked to, you know, embroider, and I think she also liked to knit and stuff too. Oh my gosh, there's so many pictures here. So this is Henry the Third, the heir that I was talking about. That was Mindy's dad. And down in the basement he has a like robotics table. So this is where he built robots in the basement. This is Cindy and Mindy together when they were kids. This is Mindy when she was a teenager, and this is her aunt Molly, I think. She had three aunts. There was Moira. Moira's Moira was the oldest, and then there was Molly, and then there was Henry, and then there was Helen. So Moira, Molly, Henry, Helen. Those were the four kids. So yeah, this is her aunt Molly. This is another picture of Molly. This is a picture of Moira. This is a picture of Helen. Helen was the youngest, and she was the most musical of the bunch. Um, like I'm pretty sure this was hers. I think Henry the Second, who was, Mindy's grandfather, Molly's dad, I think he was also really into violin. And I think there's a picture of him playing the violin too somewhere. But this is a picture of Henry the Third when he was a teenager, and this is in the basement. So they have like a bar and stuff in the basement. I'll show you that later. Here's some more pictures. Oh, so this is the living room when they would have like Christmas. And I would set up the Christmas tree in that corner where the bookshelf was. So this is Henry III, his sister. I think that's Helen there. Helen and Cindy all like looking at the Christmas tree. This is Helen when she's a bit older and she's still playing violin. I think she went on to be a famous pianist. This is Henry III and his wife Leanne. So these two were the parents of Mindy and Cindy. This is Henry III and his sister Moira playing chess in his bedroom when he was a teenager. This is Henry II. So Henry III's dad, he's playing piano. And this is Henry II and Helen, so father daughter. I know it's all confusing. I'm just reminiscing over the game that I played for so long. But this is Henry II and his daughter Helen playing violin in the living room. And yeah, I purposely made them in like black and white to make them look older. Oh my god. So how the bedrooms are laid out is not how the bedrooms looked originally. Um, so for the longest time, this was Henry the Third's bedroom when he was a boy. Oh, this is when he graduated from college, because he went to college for not rocket science, like engineering, robotic engineering, I think. I think he was like the first, possible. No, not he wasn't the only person to go to college, but he was the first to graduate from college. This is Leanne's, I'm pretty sure. Who went to art history? It must have been Leanne. Leanne was a fashion or a style influencer. This one was Henry's. He went to Foxbury Institute for physics with honors. But yeah, it doesn't say who this was. I'm pretty sure it was Leanne. But after, after the kids kind of got older and moved out, this just kind of became like the office. But originally it was his bedroom. This was their bathroom. I kind of used that same tiling, but instead of having it be orange, it was brown. And then a similar tiling for the bathroom. I loved this bathroom. I loved this house. I loved every aspect of this house. And then this was Cindy's room when she was a teenager. It had a lot more stuff in it, but I think because it had it was more decorated when I had like the CC stuff in it. But Cindy and Mindy were my first Sims who went to high school. Look, even like the flooring is gone because I must have been using like a CC flooring in here or something. And the couch is this is not the couch that I had in her room originally. I had something else. But yeah, that's the upstairs. And then downstairs, oh, you'll you'll see. This is an added on thing. Downstairs, okay, so you come through the kitchen, through the dining room, and then there's this one here. Where's the railing? I think there's like a glitch because there was railing here. But you come downstairs and they have a bar. Originally, the woodworking table was not here. I used to have that really cute jukebox. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this originally was not here. It was this one from Get Famous. Why can't I put that there? And I think I had it in like this swatch. I had this because it's, obviously it's perfect here. But they kept coming down here and like dancing. Like they would not do the action that I queued up for them to do because they would just come down here and dance to the music, which is fine to an extent. So they would come down here and dance to the music. Over here, I had a bunch of CC stuff. I think at one point I had like a washer and dryer here too for laundry, but then I got so annoyed with like doing laundry, so I just deleted it. But yeah, there was like CC shelving and all kinds of stuff here. This is the bathroom. Yes, a second bathroom. So, yeah, and I made like a makeshift shower kind of thing. This was Mindy's bedroom when she was a teenager. There's a picture of her sister Cindy, picture of her when she was a kid, picture of her when she was a kid. She definitely had like a mirror here. Again, it's a bit strange because it, yeah. This was her and her boyfriend, her high school boyfriend. I don't remember what his name was. I think it started with an E, but honestly, I don't remember what his name was, to be honest. But this is like them when they went to prom. She had like that little black strap around her neck, she had like a camera that she would often wear on her clothes. And I was kind of saying like, that was her camera that she would use to take pictures. So yeah, she did go to prom with like a camera around her neck. Obviously it was a CC camera. And then this room, oh, he never finished his servo. His servo is still here. That's actually really sad. The servo got like abandoned here because the family moved out a long time ago. Um, yeah, they left servo here, and he was part of the Bot Savants. He went to Foxbury Institute, and he was a part of the Bot Savant Club. And then this room, I had him be in like the rocket science, no, the astronaut career, and he had to build a rocket for part of his career. And I was like, I have nowhere to put that, so I added on to the basement, made them go down this really long ladder, and put the rocket down here. Honestly, like, and then every time he would blast off, it was pretty much just like blasting off through the house, but it's The Sims, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, that's this house. I feel so sad that we left servo here. I wonder how it would look if I downloaded like I want to save this one real quick. We have a lot challenge with gremlins at the house. I don't remember having gremlins. I'll put 1960s house abandoned because it still has all their pictures and stuff in it. I just want to save it to my gallery, or not to my gallery, but to my library so I can look at it again. Because I think I'm going to replace it with the one that if you download it, you can play with it, you know? So yeah, if you go to my gallery ID is SimsManiac6799. You scroll down, and it is, I think I scrolled past it, right here, 1960s family home. Completely furnished, 1960s, 1970s family home I created for my Decades Challenge. Suitable for 2 parents, 2 teens, bedroom and basement, 1 child, 1 toddler. Didn't play test it yet. Please let me know if there are any issues. Thanks. Oh, and I did hashtag groovy. Why? So this should be completely furnished because it doesn't have any CC in it. I did not put on cheats. So I did forget to put move object, so we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, it's a little bit different. It doesn't have the flagpole in the front. I think I also used to have like a CC wagon that I had right there. This I think I moved to over here. But yeah, right here it's, and I would always decorate the outside for like holidays too. So yeah, for the most part it's the same in here. It's just kind of the decor is different. It looks like there's a fishbowl here instead of the rocket that I had here. There's no family photos put up on the walls. The bed looks like it's different. I think originally I had like a green thing. This bedroom is set up. Whose bedroom was this originally? I think it was Helen's bedroom. Because when the family moved into this house, I'll kind of give the backstory. Henry II, his wife Lucy died tragically in a house fire at their previous house. And I was like, it doesn't feel right to have them continue living at this house because this is where their mother passed away and where Henry II's wife passed away. So they moved to a new house. And yeah, I think like Helen never really knew her mother because I think Helen was a newborn when Lucy passed away. This room I'm pretty sure was Henry II's room. And then eventually it became Henry III's bedroom. Or no, not, what am I saying? It was Henry III's bedroom. Henry II was the father. I'm getting the Henrys mixed up. I always did. This was Henry III's bedroom before it became an office. So I'm assuming by like the toys and stuff that he was probably a child when they moved here and when his mom passed away. Um, the kitchen looks to be pretty much the exact same. This room is just a little bit different. It has a high chair in it, obviously because Helen was a kid. This painting was moved over here, and then there was like that corner thing. Backyard is different. They have more gardening stuff going on, and other than that, it's pretty much the same. And then yeah, they had the jukebox down here, or the record player. I mean, the railing is still missing. They had laundry down here. Bathroom is the same. This was Moira and Molly's bedroom. So they were Henry II's uh, sisters. They weren't twins. Moira was like a year or two older than Molly. But yeah, they had very similar. And I put this in here so it kind of had like some separation between the two rooms. I'm trying to remember whose side was whose. One of them was really into gardening and one of them was really into knitting, but I don't remember who was which one. And then Henry II did like to work on building and stuff. Oh, yeah, this was the house back in the day. I really love this house. I almost want to like play the Decades Challenge again, but like start in 1970 or something and just like relive and like live in this house again. Or have like someone move into it and kind of renovate it to be more modern. But I think that would kind of like take away from. But we have a lot more stuff now. Like this year, I had to make this TV. But if I were to like do it again, or like move in again, I would probably move here. Testing sheets on bb.move objects on. Oops. I just hit Control V on accident. I was having a hard time uploading the water park to the gallery because it kept telling me there was an error. Oh my god. So that was, I like saved the gallery description. But if I were to like play in this house again, I'd probably move this over and we have this TV now that you could put on it. Or there is, where's the TV from the basement kit? Is it not actually a TV? I thought it was like a functional TV. Packs, basement treasures. This one. Is this not an actual TV? Oh, it's beyond repair. Got it. Well, I was gonna say you could use this TV, but I guess not. Is there a non-broken version? Probably not. You could do, I was gonna say you could turn it around, but never mind. If they made this like an actual functional TV, I think that would probably be better. Yeah. Gosh, I miss playing in this house. Okay, we have to move on. So the next house I'm gonna have to download again because I think I changed how the house was. I'll kind of explain in a second once I can actually show. So I'm gonna show you the house that they were living in prior to this one. They lived in Willow Creek for a long, long time. But prior to this house, they lived in not this house, but they lived in this location. I think when Molly became a young adult, I downloaded this house from the gallery. Um, I'll try to find who it's by. But yeah, I think it was a house based off of Stranger Things. It's called, the house is called Stranger Things Inspired. I did not build this house. I might be able to see who did. If I have it saved to like my library. Nope, not my catalog, because it won't be in there. Stranger Things inspired house. This one, here it is. It was built by, oh, it was originally built by Lil Simsy. Okay, so it was originally a shell challenge by Little Simsy that NTHLRS, this person. Oh my gosh, they do some amazing builds. Annabelle and Tucker were friends with benefits during college and accidentally got pregnant during their last semester. Now, recently graduated with twin girls, they have moved in together and they are trying to figure it out. Oh my gosh. I actually really love this house. And I love that there's like a backstory to it. It's like drama. Follow. I love this. Go follow this person. I love her houses. Anyway, she's the one who originally created this house. So it was a shell challenge by Lil Simsy that she turned into a Stranger Things inspired house. Sorry, I'm not meaning to like tour her house because I'm supposed to be touring mine, but I have to look at it. It looks so good. So yeah, when Molly moved out, it was kind of getting into like the 1970s, 1980s. So that's why I moved her into this house. Oh my god, look at all this stuff in the backyard. There's just so much to do. I love when I like go into somebody's like build, and I love to do this with my builds too, where there's like a story kind of going on. There's like an entryway here. Lots of clutter, love it. I love when like Sims builds are cluttered. Looks like someone made a grand meal or something. I think we might have had like Harvest Fest or Thanksgiving here or something one time. Oh my god, the CDs on top of the radio are so genius. This like cluttered shelf above the couch is amazing. Look at all this. I love this build. I loved it back then too. This is the kitchen. The kitchen feels like so tight and cramped. Lots of debug items being used. This is one kid's bedroom. Very messy, very accurate. This is the bathroom. They got like makeup here and all kinds of stuff. What is this? Is that medicine? I think that's medicine. Oh my god, the colors with like this blue and this go really well together. This laundry room, I love it. Here's a bedroom, like the parents' bedroom in here. This is like really cluttered, like really, like a lot more time and energy. Someone was starting a paint drawing. Yeah, I would have my family come and like visit Molly's family. Oh, this is really cool. This like, oh, look at all the stuff in the like underneath the stairs. And then this is like a teenager's bedroom. So like with the camera and stuff, this definitely reminds me of oh, what was Will's older brother's name? I only saw like the first one or two seasons of Stranger Things. But like all the alien stuff here, that's really cool. Sorry. This is not my build. I just love this build. If you go back to the gallery and go to my gallery ID, the house that they lived in before the 1960s house that I built, let me see. I did upload it, didn't I? Surely I did. I might have not uploaded this house to my library, my gallery. That's so weird. I probably have it in my library though. I don't know why I didn't upload it to the gallery though. Okay, okay. Where's the house? This is so weird. I just saw it like not too long ago because before I was going to do this video, I wanted to find all the houses. I wanted to find all the houses and then like put them in place, but then my game crashed. Where is the house? I'm so confused. Oh, you know what? It does have custom content, so that's why it's not showing up. I was gonna say like I know I have this saved somewhere because I just saw it. This one, the 1910s house. So again, it was originally built in the 1910s. It it's gonna have some things missing because it had custom content in it, obviously. So if I remember like what was missing, I'll kind of explain what was originally there. Yeah, 15 build mode items have been removed, 10 have been substituted. So this, there was like a CC garage door that was here. This is the house. You know what? I really loved this house. It wasn't my favorite. I honestly just built it and had them move because I was kind of bored with the house that they were living in, which was like a Victorian. So if I built this house in the 1910s in my decades challenge, that means I played in the Victorian from 1890 until 1910 or whenever they moved in. There was a lot like so they lived in this house from the 1910s decade until the 1960s or whenever. So they lived in this house for a very long time, for 50 years in The Sims, which is how I was playing the challenge was 1 year was 2 days in The Sims. So you would have like early 1910, late 1910, early 1911, late 1911. So if they lived in here for 50 years in the game, that would have been 100 Sims days. So yeah, they lived here for a long, long time. So I did upload this, but because it had CC in it, you have to click on include CC on the side. So let's get into it. This is I like this wraparound porch. I'm pretty sure I did follow um, what's the word I'm looking for? I followed a floor plan to build this house. Pretty sure right here was a mirror, probably was a CC mirror. I probably had CC wallpaper in here. Um, this room was originally an office, obviously. This chair and desk were not originally what was put here. Those were substituted. Um, this was an office, but it did become a bedroom several times for several different people. And here I kind of tried to make like a homemade. Oh, somebody made one of those. I tried to make like a homemade kind of looking piano, kind of like a similar piano that we got from growing together, but this is before growing together, so we didn't have a piano like this. But yeah, just imagine a piano like this would be here, kind of like this one without all the stickers. But yeah, we didn't have that at the time, so I had to make one. This was the living room. They loved, because obviously they didn't have a TV at the time, so they loved listening to the radio for fun. This is the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom. Technically, I don't think that many houses would have had indoor plumbing at this time, but I decided to give them 2 bathrooms. No, they actually have 3 bathrooms. They have a lot of plumbing in this house, which is not accurate. This room became a laundry room, and so you can actually catch the dryer on fire if you don't clean out the lint tray in this game, and that happened. And remember how I was saying Henry II's wife died tragically in a fire? This box wasn't here. It used to be a washer and dryer here. She caught the dryer on fire. I didn't put laundry in this room at first because they wouldn't have had an indoor washer and dryer like that at the time. So that's why this is set up. This is set up kind of how it would have been when I first built it. So it's 1910. Just ignore all the missing wallpaper and the missing items, the strange items that don't seem like they match. It's just because I had a bunch of CC in the house. And I don't have that CC anymore. Um, so yeah, that's why this room, I kind of set this room up to be like a pantry, or maybe this is like an ice box. Um, but yeah, it was probably around like the 1950s when Lucy tragically passed away from the fire that was caused by the dryer. So yeah, this was the uh, dining room, and again, it wouldn't have. I wouldn't personally put white chairs with a brown table. So this was again a CC thing. This was the kitchen. The fridge and the oven were CC, which is why they're missing. But this is where the oven was. This is where the fridge was. This is the back porch. We had a nice, lovely garden out here. Lucy loved to garden. She loved to cook. This was Maria. This was Maria Jackson. She was the second born daughter to Nathaniel and Mary Jackson, who were like kind of like my generation one. I started off the challenge in 1890 with them being young adults, and they had Victoria, then Maria, then they had Henry the First. So this is a long time ago. I think Henry the First was born in like 1896 or maybe 1895. 1896 sounds about right. And then it was Victoria, Maria, Henry, and Charles. Those were the 4 siblings. But Maria tragically passed away when she was 7 years old from the flu, like an illness. I think when I was playing the game, I think I said it was like tuberculosis. So yeah, that's whose grave's out here. Um, I think they had just moved into this house. So she was probably born. No, that can't be right. I think she was probably born in like 1893. She passed away when she was 7, so she passed away in like 1900. But this house is called the 1910s house. Maybe I was basing it off of a 1910s floor plan, and that's why I called it the 1910s house. I don't really remember. I know that they were definitely living here. I think they moved into this house, and then like a day later, she passed away. So in the game, technically like 6 months, because like I was saying, 2 days in the game was a year. So 6 months after they moved into the house, she passed away. This was their garage, had woodworking here, and looks like someone was working on woodworking. Who had, at one point, this became like Cupcake Factory City. You remember the like Cupcake Factory? It's kind of obsolete now because they have an update. One of my Sims wanted to be like a baker. I think it was Lucy. Maybe it wasn't Lucy. Maybe it was Samantha. One of them was like this was in here. Ah, good times, good times. And then there's an option that you can just, if they're like good quality baked goods, you can sell them directly to a bakery. And that's kind of how we were making a lot of money, is someone was selling. Oh, should I do the Decades Challenge again? I feel like I want to do the Decades Challenge again. That was really fun. Upstairs, there's this long hallway. This is artwork that was painted by Victoria, I'm pretty sure. We to this day still have this painting in my game. My current Legacy Challenge still to this day has this painting, and it says painted by Victoria Panning. That was the firstborn child in the game. Um, she was the firstborn of Nathaniel and Mary. This was the bathroom. Again, they had so much plumbing in this house. This was like the main bedroom. So it had a fireplace. I'm gonna cry. This is so nostalgic to me. This was only like a year or two ago, but I just remember playing in here. And then this is the third bathroom. There were I can understand that there were way too many bathrooms in this house. Like this probably would have been another bedroom or something, realistically. But I was like, this is a perfect place to put an ensuite bathroom. So I did. I put an ensuite bathroom. This was this was Victoria and Maria's bedroom that they shared, but then Maria passed away, so it became Victoria's bedroom. And later on, when Henry the First had kids, this was his daughter's rooms. Wait, would it have been Henry the First? Yeah, it would have been Henry the First. This would have been Henry the First. This would have been Henry the First and Charles's bedroom here. So yeah, Victoria's bedroom, and then Henry the First had. Was he the parents of Moira? He must have been the parents of Moira and Molly. So they had this bedroom too. The bed is missing because it was a CC bed. But Victoria was really into painting, so she had an easel in here, and that's why these paintings are out here. I miss this house. This house was so much fun to like. Okay, I will say that the 1960s house was a lot more aesthetically pleasing to me, but I just I miss playing with my Sims. It's so stupid to be emotionally attached to Sims because they're literally just pixels on a screen. But I had really good memories with them. And this was like, where they grew up. And then they all died. Anyway, this is where Henry and Charles had their bedroom. And then eventually it became Henry II's bedroom, so on and so forth. Henry II married Lucy. Henry I, who shared the bedroom originally with Charles, he married Samantha Panning. Samantha Panning and her brother Samuel Panning lived across the street. This isn't originally the house that they were living in, or maybe it was. I didn't build this house, so I downloaded this house from the gallery. Who used to live here? I don't remember, but There was Samuel Panning and Samantha Panning. They were brother and sister. Samuel Panning married Victoria Jackson, and she became Victoria Panning. And Samantha Panning, Samuel Panning's younger sister. It was funny because they were both Sam. I Their mother was Elizabeth Panning, who was Eliza Pancakes. I just changed her name. And their dad, Bob Pancakes, became Robert Panning. So instead of Bob Pancakes, it was Robert Panning, and instead of Eliza Pancakes, it was Elizabeth Panning. Anyway, anyway, yeah, so Samantha Panning married Henry Jackson, and she became Samantha Jackson. So it's kind of like the siblings flip-flopped. Victoria Jackson went over to Samuel Panning, and Samantha Panning went over to Henry Jackson, and yeah, it was weird. But they were like like they were like childhood friends. Samantha and Henry were childhood friends, and then um, Samuel Panning and Victoria were childhood friends, and yeah. So this is the 1910s house. I know you can hardly see it because there's this giant tree in the way. That's kind of blocking the view. And this was like a garage. It had like a CC garage door. And then the last house that I want to look at, I kind of went out of order. I guess I went backwards order. The last house that I want to check out is the Victorian house, which was the first house that I played in my first house that I played in my decades challenge. I thought I played in this house longer, but I guess I didn't. Because I'm guessing I only played in it from like 1890 until 1999, or not 1999, 1890 until 1899 or 1898. Because Maria died in like 1901. So surely, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I followed a floor plan for this house. This was my first time ever building a Victorian house, and I absolutely loved the way that this house came out. Hold on, I'm gonna try and get a screenshot of it. Oh, I can't because there's like buildings across the street. I loved this house. Let me make sure I can actually use this screenshots for my thumbnail. Oh yeah, there's so many pictures here of the family. Like, sorry. There's some really inappropriate screenshots in here because I used to have Wicked Whims downloaded, so I'm not gonna go through a lot of photos. But this was Henry the Second. No, this was Henry the Third. He was the father of Mindy and Cindy. This was Mindy and her boyfriend. I don't remember what his name was. This was Mindy and her teacher. This was Cindy. Oh yeah, Mindy and Cindy, they went off to college when they were young adults, and I had them live in an apartment together in San Myshuno. So this was on the balcony. I had them take so many photos together. Yeah, they lived in an apartment building. This was Mindy and one of her boyfriends. He was kind of a douchebag. I don't know how long I can. This was Cindy and Gregory's wedding. And this is like, okay, like Mindy was her bride, like maid of honor or whatever. And this was her bridesmaid's dress because they got married in like 1980 something. I think it was like 1982 or something. Why is he dazed? This is Henry III and his wife Leanne. They were the parents of Mindy and Cindy. I miss them. I miss Leanne. She was such like a style icon. I had lots of CC outfits downloaded for them. This is pictures that she took of Samai Shuno. That's Gregory. Gregory was a real cutie. He was pretty cute. This is their apartment. We could also check out their apartment too. I was trying to do maternity photos of Cindy when she was pregnant with Jason. That was her first kid. I don't know who this is. Who is this? This is in Mindy and Cindy's old apartment, but I don't know who that lady is. There's Leanne, style icon that she is. There was probably a lot of CC in that apartment. Oh, there's Cindy and Jason after we moved into the duplex. There's Gregory. There's Jason when he was a toddler. Oh, I think I came to the end of the line. What was I showing? Oh, I was trying to see if I have the screenshots of the Victorian house. So sorry if you accidentally see a Wicked Whims photo, just pretend you didn't. Today is the 12th. Where is my picture? Oh, here it is. 298, 298. Yeah, I cannot use these photos. I'll think of something. I'll think of something for the... Here is the inside of the house. So this was like the porch. And then you come in here to this like entryway where the bushes are annoyingly in the house. Just ignore that. There's chests down here. And yeah, this house was like really fancy. So in my game, how I started off the game was I built this house and then when you first start playing a game in The Sims, you start off with around 20,000 simoleons, which this house was clearly more than that. It was 76,000. I feel like that's even low. I feel like it was more than that. So I had them be in like 50,000 simoleon debt or however much the debt was. And I was basically saying like Nathaniel, who was the first sim, he was the whatever first heir, not heir, but you know what I mean, Generation 1 male sim. I was saying that like he was born and raised in this house and his father passed away, his mother and father passed away and left him with like a lot of debt. So basically while they were living in this house, they were like dirt poor. And every time he would earn money, I would just like cheat it away. Like I would cheat his money down to, however much money. And then I have a notebook that I kept during the entirety of playing my Decades Challenge. And I basically kept notes on debt. Here, let me see if I can go to the beginning of the notebook. Yeah, I literally, literally every day I wrote like day. Here, let's go to the very beginning. Sims 4 Decades Challenge, the Jackson family. Husband Nathaniel, wife Mary, day 1, Sunday, spring, early 1890. Debt, they started off with 73,500 simoleons of debt, and within the first day, they paid off like 8,000 simoleons, and they went down, their debt was now 65,500. And then I wrote day 2, Monday, spring, late 1890, debt, 65,000 simoleons. So like, and I did that for every single day, all the way until day 267, Sunday, fall, early 2023. I guess I also should have played like late 2023, and I probably did, but I just didn't write it down. But that's how I wrote. So from day 1 until day 267, I wrote down literally everything. Victoria was born, so I wrote down like when people would be born and when people aged up and when they moved and all kinds of stuff like that. Victoria was born on day 4 in late 1891. Victoria aged up to a toddler on Friday, late 1892. So she aged up to a toddler. Maria was born in 1893. Okay, when did Maria die? When did they move to a different house? Okay, Maria aged up to a child in late 1898. So on day 18, Maria aged up to a child. Okay, Maria died day 22, Sunday, winter, late 1900. Trying to see when they moved. They must have moved on day 21, so literally the day before, like I had said. Day 21, Saturday, fall, early 1900, their debt was 56,000 simoleons, and it went down to 41,000 simoleons. So the reason why I had them move from this house to a different house was so I could pay off a big chunk of debt, because this house was worth a lot more than the house that they moved into, the previous house that we looked at. So because they moved to a different house, I was able to pay off $15,000 or 15,000 simoleons in debt. I wrote down every time like someone got married. So Victoria married Samuel Panning on day 36, Sunday, summer, late 1907. Late 1907, how old was she? She would have been 16. Oops. I don't think she was actually a teenager in the game. I think by then she was a young adult, but because yeah, she had aged up to into a young adult on the Thursday, and then she got married on Saturday. But in my game, she was only 16. But that's probably right for the times. People were getting married around that time, but it's a little strange. Henry married Samantha Panning in Henry married Samantha Panning on day 49. So for day 49, Saturday, fall, early 1914, Henry married Samantha Panning. Oh my gosh, I literally wrote down everything. It was like a diary. I want to do this again so bad. It was so much fun. And this time I can do it for stream. But I am currently doing like a legacy challenge. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now, so maybe I shouldn't. But going through these houses makes me want to play that again. Anyway, this is the Victorian house. There's like a little wraparound porch. There was an easel here. There's chests. We had 2 chess tables. We were really rich. This is like the entryway, foyer. This was like parlor number 1. They had kind of like 2 parlors. But they had like a grand piano. Like I was just trying to make this house like look really fancy, and like fancy people live here, you know? This horse sculpture was sculpted by somebody, probably Nathaniel, would be my guess. It just doesn't say the name. There is a lot of vampire pack stuff in here. But I didn't play with the occult. I think I just liked it because it was like black and white and they looked kind of like old photos. So yeah, these are like the 2 parlor rooms. I think when I was reading the history of Victorian houses, they would sometimes have like a men's parlor room and a women's parlor room. I don't know which would be which, but like all the guys would maybe hang out in this room and all the women would hang out in this room during parties and such. This was their dining room. This is what was called like the maid's staircase or the maid's stairs. So they had this main staircase here, and then honestly, I could have had a maid or butler in this game, but because they were so poor, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. And this was their kitchen. This originally wasn't a bathroom because originally we didn't have plumbing. Originally, I think this room was just empty. This is like a pantry here. This is the like back door. There's a huge leaf pile here that I cannot pick up and move. And this was the outdoor plumbing. So when I first started the game, they had outdoor plumbing. They just had like a little outhouse here. And they also used to have a sink out here. But I guess when we got indoor plumbing, I got rid of the sink. But I kept this because it's part of the history. This was Nathaniel's work shed. And Nathaniel really liked to garden. So this was his garden. And then upstairs, so if you go up the like main staircase here, we have an office. What was Nathaniel's career? I think Nathaniel was in the law career. This was one of the bedrooms. I don't remember which kids, like, I think this was the boys' room, so I think this was Henry and Charles's room. Obviously, there's stuff missing because I had CC in here. But yeah, this was Henry and Charles's room. This was Nathaniel and Mary's room. I really liked this part here. I think originally in the floor plans, these two boxes here would have been like closets, but I didn't feel like putting closets, so I just did this instead. And then this was Victoria and Maria's bedroom before they moved into the new house. And again, the beds are missing because CC, yeah. And then this would have been the like maid's or butler's bedroom or the maid's room, but I just kind of made it like a skill building room. Mary was very much into embroidery, knitting, art. I don't think Mary was allowed to have like a job because that was like part of the rules of the challenge, but she could make money for the family by selling art. And then this room was a bathroom once we were able to get plumbing. Yeah, that's this house. And this again, the floor plan would have been like a linen closet or something, which I just didn't include. And this is just an empty room. But yeah, I loved this house. I loved this house so much. Again, the 1960s one will always be my favorite, but I loved playing this house. I have such good memories. This is before anybody died. I feel like the 1910s house is probably a little bit stained because Maria died in that house. Real quick, I wasn't expecting to kind of get through that house so fast, but I guess there wasn't a whole lot to say about it. Because the family had only stayed in that house for not even 10 years or 10 years. I can't remember when we moved. When did we move? We moved um we literally moved in 1900, early 1900, because that's when the debt was paid off. So we lived in that house for like 10 years in the challenge. This was another house too that I didn't build for the challenge, but I had built previously, and I think it was like a 1910s house as well, but just like different than this one. I don't really want to look at that one right now. This is the save file, obviously, that I played in. Real quick though, I want to show the apartments that I kind of designed for the game. This was an apartment that one of the like third generation kids moved into. Let me see if I can look back in the diary. Her name was Anna Elizabeth, I know that. So Anna Elizabeth was the daughter of Henry the First and Samantha. Anna Elizabeth moved out. Oh, I didn't mean to play the family. I just wanted to go into the apartment. I just heard like noises. Yeah, no, I don't want to play as the family. What family is living here? Let me see. They're all bald because they probably had um hair. Their last name is Hollis. Oh, there's Babcock, Tinker, Hollis. They're related to us somehow. They're like cousins. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, this is what's going on here? This was probably like an RCC armchair and then probably like an ottoman or something. Just ignore that. There used to be a doorway here or like a archway here. Bathroom. Whose apartment was this? This was Anna Elizabeth's apartment, but when did she move out? So in 1940, Anna Elizabeth married Benjamin Babcock. It doesn't say anything about Anna Elizabeth moving out, but I'm pretty sure she moved out when she got married. So she moved out, I'm assuming, in 1940. Early 1940. So day 101, Anna Elizabeth moved into this apartment with Benjamin. She was really into like baking, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she was one of the Sims that used that uh, cupcake factory in the garage in the 1910s house. But this was her apartment. I didn't really play much in this apartment. This was one bedroom. This was like a little toddler's bedroom. And this was her bedroom. Oh, look, it even says Anna Elizabeth Babcock and Benjamin Babcock. It still has that assigned, which is kind of weird. They've been dead in the game for a long time. Yeah, if you see any of this like white furniture here, just know that there was other furniture there instead. Well, now I'm gonna jump over to this apartment because here, I'll just have her go visit. Does anybody live in this apartment? Just go to Manage Worlds. But yeah, no, this apartment was the apartment that Cindy and Mindy lived in after high school. They went to college. Mindy went to college probably for like photography or something. I'm not quite sure, I don't really remember. And then Cindy went to college for business, I think. But they lived in. Oh no, wait, why is it empty? It's like completely empty. I don't know if I saved it to my library. That's actually really sad. It had a lot of CC in it. I think maybe when I moved them out, maybe we took the furniture with us. That's sad though. I was actually really looking forward to, at least seeing. So that some stuff was substituted. Oh, okay. So some of it's still here. I clearly used a lot of CC in this room. But yeah, I like the way that I like made the layout of this apartment. There's a lot different here. This is not how their apartment looked. I'm pretty sure they moved out into this apartment in like 1980. Oh my god, the entire kitchen is gone. I had, I had lots of CC counters and such. Counters, cabinets, you know the drill. This is where I had their living room. Oh, it's so sad. I am glad that I don't have CC in my game, like object CC in my game anymore because it did slow my game down a lot. But I just wish I could like look at it again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I had a door here, and this is where like they could shower. This is where the bathroom was. Living room, dining room. This was Cindy's room. All of her stuff is gone. This was originally like an office where they had like a computer and stuff, because I think it was like 1980 or 1980 something when they moved into this apartment. So they had like a computer. Oh, at least the patio looks nice. This is pretty much how I had the patio when they lived here. I just wanted like a lot of plants. This is where I took that picture of Cindy sitting here. She looked really pretty in her picture. But yeah, I had like, lights going around. I loved playing this Decades Challenge. Yeah, those were my builds. I don't really think I had much else that I built for the challenge. It's just kind of interesting to go back in the save file and look at everything. Again, I was playing with a lot of CC back when I was playing this game, and it did cause my game to crash quite a bit. So now I'm gonna have to like unselect them as people I'm playing with. This is my main family that I'm playing with for my Legacy Challenge. They're the descendants of the people that I talked about in this game. Where is the family that I just clicked on? See, so we still have Babcocks living amongst the townies. I just, it's so distant of family members that I don't even keep up with them anymore. Usually, what I'm looking for is this played button here. So if I click this, Hollings Tinker, there they are. Oh my goodness. Here's Cindy. This is Mindy's sister. Mindy has passed away. Cindy will probably be passing away soon because they were twins, but I think because Cindy had 3 kids and Mindy only had 2, the life expectancy, went down a little bit. Man. Yeah, this is Mindy's husband, Raymond. He's living all alone now because because Mindy passed away. Man. Okay, well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. Um, most of these builds are available, not the apartment builds are not available on the gallery for download, but the 1960s house, the 1910s house, the 1910s house is available for download on the gallery. You just have to click include CC. I didn't realize that I had CC. But yeah, if you go into my catalog, under my gallery ID, if you usually you won't have this selected automatically, and then you just select include custom content. It'll also show you some of my Sims that I've created that have custom content. Like this girl, she's really pretty. Her name is Audrey Chandler. Oh, sorry, Aubrey Chandler. But yeah, I noticed a lot of these Sims have like 0, 0 because a lot of people don't usually sort for people with CC. I did do a I did attempt to do an Ultimate Decades challenge once, where you start in like the year 1500 or something, and this was the couple that I played with. I think the girl is so pretty. Genevieve. Again, that's not on Twitch or anything or YouTube because I wasn't live streaming at that time. Even just looking at my library here, I'm just like getting so emotional from all these Sims. This was my Not So Berry Sim that I attempted to play with. I don't know, Not So Berry is fun, but I just I, I had a Queen Victoria phase, and I made Queen Victoria and Albert, Prince Albert. I'll probably do more videos of this where I'm like touring my old builds and stuff, because if you go back here, I have toured some of these on Twitch, but I don't think I saved them because I didn't have YouTube yet. But I toured this one, which is like my first ever house that I built on The Sims. I toured this one, I toured this one, I toured this one, I toured this one. I toured this one. I don't think I've toured this one, but this house, by the way, is my most popularly downloaded house, the Poor Home. I don't know why. People love this house. Maybe because it's under 15,000 simoleons, like it's a really good starter house, but it's obviously like really, really poor. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. Please check out my gallery if you would like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.